the Voyager 1. They apparently made an impossible encounter in the deep space. Voyager 1. What is the Voyager 1? We'll read a little bit about the Voyager 1 first. So, what does it say? Oh, it launched in 1977, and it's on an extended mission. Voyager 1 and its twin Voyager 2 are the only spacecraft ever to operate outside the heliosphere, the protective bubble of particles and magnetic fields generated by the sun. Yeah. Voyager 1 reached the interstellar boundary in 2012, while Voyager 2, traveling slower and in a different direction than its twin, reached it in 2018. What else? Ooh, what is this? Oh, so this is what the Voyager 1 looks like. I am trying to take on the French accent that Hydra does. Oh wow, there is a lot to read. We won't read it all. Okay, NASA's Voyager 1 was launched after Voyager 2, but because of a faster route, it exited the asteroid belt earlier than its twin, having overtaken. Not enough of these sound. Freak my life. I don't know how to do that. Having overtaken Voyager 2 on December 15, 1977, the twin Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft are exploring where no spacecraft from Earth has. I suck at the accent. Oh, you know what? I'm done. I don't need to do the accent anymore. I'm good. Continuing on their more than 40-year journey since their 1977 launches, they each are much farther away from Earth and the Sun than Pluto. What? Wow. In August 2012, Voyager 1 made the historic entry into interstellar space. Wow, the region between stars, filled with material ejected by the death of nearby stars millions of years ago. Wow. Wow! I did not know that. Now we will learn what this impossible counter is. Let's go.
For nearly 5 decades, Voyager 1 has traveled alone through the vast, silent void beyond our solar system. An aging spacecraft drifting farther than any man-made object in history, deeper than any probe has dared to venture. It has long been thought of as a ghost ship of the cosmos, silently carrying the hopes, data, and memories of a distant Earth. Scientists expected nothing more than the steady decline of signals as its systems aged and its power faded. And yet, just when they thought Voyager 1 had entered its final chapter, something truly unprecedented occurred. The spacecraft changed its course, not as a response to a command from Earth, not as the result of mechanical failure, but seemingly of its own volition. Even more disturbingly, just days before this shift in trajectory, Voyager 1 picked up a low-frequency hum, a sound with no identifiable origin, no match in NASA's records, and no scientific explanation. And now, with its antenna still pointed at Earth, Voyager is heading back, or being pulled. What did it encounter in the darkness? What did it see that made it turn?
Wow. That's so creepy. That is just... Damn. It became sentient. Yeah, it was like, it was like, it's spooky out here. I'm going back to Earth.
To understand how extraordinary this moment truly is, we must return to the beginning. In 1977, NASA launched 2 spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. Originally designed to take advantage of a rare planetary alignment that occurs only once every 176 years, the mission was meant to perform a grand tour of the outer planets, using the gravitational slingshot effect of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune to propel the probes deeper into the solar system. Voyager 1 was tasked with flying by Jupiter and Saturn, capturing the first-ever close-up images of their moons and rings. The images it sent back in the late 70s and early 80s redefined planetary science. Volcanoes erupting on Io, the complex ring structures of Saturn, the mysterious haze of Titan, and so much more. But once it had completed its planetary mission, Voyager 1 kept going. It passed beyond the orbit.
It was like, see y'all, I'm out.
Orbit of Pluto, beyond the heliosphere, and into interstellar space, a region never before touched by human technology. With each passing year, it sent back less data, but held on to one unshakable purpose: to continue exploring, even as its systems grew colder and weaker, even as the light from our sun became a memory rather than a presence.
Whisper from the void. The mysterious signal that changed everything.
Voyager 1 transmitted signals back to Earth, mostly weak, heavily delayed packets of data about plasma density, magnetic fields, and cosmic rays. But on a quiet day, deep into its 46th year in space, its instruments registered something they had never detected before: a faint, continuous hum buried within the plasma wave frequencies. At first, scientists believed it was interference or a malfunction in the aging instruments. But when the same reading appeared repeatedly and was verified by multiple antennas in the deep space network, concerns grew. The sound resembled no known space phenomenon. It wasn't cosmic background radiation. It wasn't a solar flare. It wasn't coming from any direction they could triangulate. More hauntingly, it seemed to fluctuate in perfect mathematical intervals, like a message that wasn't meant to be heard, but recorded. For weeks, engineers and astrophysicists pored over the data, cross-referencing it with every known cosmic event, and still, no explanation came. Then, without warning, Voyager 1 initiated a subtle but measurable change in its trajectory, a deviation no one at NASA had commanded. And just like that, the question changed from, "What did we hear?" to, "Who or what heard us?"
Oh, so it was almost like... It was like it received a command. I have a bun stash. Yes. A bun stash. Did the Voyager become self-aware? Or, yeah, that, or it was told to go back. The course correction that shouldn't be possible. Existential crisis. Oh god. It was aliens.
Voyager 1 is powered by an aging radioisotope thermoelectric generator, and its ability to maneuver is limited to tiny adjustments through small thrusters, which haven't been used in years. But telemetry confirmed it. The spacecraft had altered its orientation, slightly, but definitively, as though adjusting to better see or align with something in deep space. Engineers scrambled to determine whether it was the result of a pre-programmed fallback behavior, perhaps an outdated line of code finally triggering due to a sensor anomaly. But the logs showed no such command. More perplexing was the fact that this course change placed Voyager's camera array, which had been shut down since the 1990 pale blue dot image, facing a direction toward which no celestial object was known to exist. The area in question had no stars visible to the naked eye, no galaxies catalogued, no gravitational anomalies recorded. So why point there? What had Voyager seen in its instruments, and why had it reoriented so precisely?
That's creepy. Wait, what's the blue dot? Voyager 1 blue dot photo. Cosmic horror beyond our comprehension. It's Cthulhu! We're doomed! Could be a more advanced AI out there and now able to take over. Yeah. That would be creepy, but, you know, possible. Creepy, but you never know. What is the pale blue dot? The pale blue dot is a photograph of Earth. What? Taken on February 14th, 1990. Oh my gosh! The tiny little speck. Wait. That's us. Right there. That's us. The tiny little blue dot. How do I go back? I'm doxing all of us again. Yep. Our tiny little blue dot there. That's where we all are. We can see our houses. Everyone point to where you live on the blue tiny little speck. Wow. Wow, oh my gosh. It's a distance of 3.7 billion miles or 6 billion kilometers from the sun. Wow. I'm surprised like you can't even see it. What the hell? It's right there in the side of this blue speck. Wow. That's kind of cool, not gonna lie. What if we one day receive a message that says be quiet or they'll hear you? I feel like if we receive that message, we're doomed. They probably already heard us. Damn. Speaking of Earth and space, something time travel never accounts for the fact that the Earth was at a different place in space at the time you traveled to. So you'd actually end up floating in empty space. The concept of time in space boggles my mind. It's just it really throws me for a loop because I just most of the time can't comprehend it. So tech was way more advanced than we thought back then. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if like NASA and stuff has access to higher types of technology than the public does. Than the public does or even like knows of. Kind of like I feel like it would just kind of make sense because they need it, obviously. Okay, continuing.
At a distance of over 15 billion miles from Earth, there is no autopilot,
Holy.
no corrections, no assistance. And yet, Voyager made a decision, or so it seems.
When silence speaks, the echo beyond the edge.
What followed in the weeks after the trajectory shift was, if possible, even more disturbing. Voyager 1's transmissions began arriving with subtle alterations, minor distortions in signal timing and frequency that, upon closer inspection, revealed patterns embedded deep in the data stream. These were not transmission errors. They were intentional modulations, repeating across multiple packets, forming complex sequences reminiscent of binary logic and harmonic resonance.
Like a binary
Scientists at JPL
code.
consulted cryptographers, AI experts, and linguists. Some suggested these patterns might represent a form of response or recognition, as if Voyager was not just observing something, but being observed in return. The notion that the signal could be a two-way communication, one begun by Earth nearly 5 decades ago with the launch of the Golden Record, has raised unsettling possibilities.
What?
Could Voyager have encountered an intelligence that doesn't emit signals in our frequency bands, but instead uses gravitational waves, magnetic distortion, or some unknown medium to communicate? And if so, has that intelligence noticed us?
A scientific debate inside the crisis rooms of
Following
NASA
the course correction and
JPL?
signal distortions, top-level meetings began to unfold behind closed doors.
Wonder if there's a message in there somewhere? Yeah. I want to know. When was this posted? Only 4 days ago. We won't know.
At Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, a select team of physicists, engineers, and mission veterans were summoned to review the anomaly. What was originally considered a minor deviation quickly turned into a heated debate among experts. Some argued it was a last gasp from a dying spacecraft, a final error, a misfire of failing hardware. But others, looking at the consistency of the altered signal and the precise directional change, suggested something far more alarming. That Voyager 1 might have encountered an unknown gravitational or electromagnetic phenomenon, or worse, that it was responding to something not naturally occurring. With each new data burst received, patterns became harder to ignore. Geometric ratios, symmetrical intervals, and harmonic feedback hinted at deliberate structure, as if something was mirroring or mimicking the probe's activity. The JPL team, torn between skepticism and awe, found themselves asking a question no space agency is ever truly prepared to answer. What do we do if this isn't random?
We greet them politely and tell them we mean them no harm. Could be physical, spiritual, energy, or digital old entity just waiting. Yeah, it could be like anything. Like, this Voyager is so far out in space. Like, it could be anything. I was going to talk about the golden record. It's the most dumbest thing ever. It basically gives any life forms finds the Voyager, it gives them our location where Earth is located in the... What? So they just have this Voyager out there, and if it did encounter anything, the golden disc on it is just like, hey, by the way, this is where our people are located that created this thing, so you can head directly there. What? What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That sounds terrible. It's serving us up on a platter. Oh my gosh. Why? Why? Considering how humans treat each other in the present, I doubt they would do any different for aliens. Honestly, Thwan, that's my thought as well. Yeah, pretty much, sadly. You don't go giving out our address to random strangers. No, but we will tell them where our whole planet is. Hoshi, what if the being eats meat, we dead? Oh, hold on. If the aliens eat meat, we're dead. If it eats energy, we're dead. The sun, our world's core. We literally have no defense against aliens. Plus, if they do come, they can bombard us from space. We're doomed either way. This is fine. This is fine. It will take them a really long time to get here. So, you know, it's fine. Theoretical shockwaves, a new kind of encounter.
As whispers of the data leak reached the wider scientific community, a wave of independent analysis emerged from universities and observatories around the world. Several prominent physicists proposed a radical theory that Voyager 1 may have entered a field of dark matter interaction, or even brushed against a region of spacetime distortion, the kind hypothesized in the presence of massive gravitational anomalies or exotic astrophysical objects. But one paper in particular caused widespread discomfort. A group of AI researchers had used pattern recognition software to analyze the modified signal and found that it appeared to mirror aspects of the Arecibo message, the binary radio transmission humanity sent to the stars in 1974. Some of the sequences Voyager was now receiving had mathematical overlaps with that very message, raising the chilling possibility that some form of intelligence had received our signal and was now responding, using Voyager as a relay. Was this a coincidence born of cosmic noise, or a cosmic reply?
The Golden Record Revisited.
When Voyager 1 was launched, Carl Sagan and a small team of scientists placed aboard it one of humanity's most iconic artifacts, the Golden Record, a copper disc coated in gold, containing greetings in 55 languages, music from multiple cultures, and scientific diagrams intended to introduce Earth and its inhabitants to any life form that might one day find it. Most thought of it as symbolic, a romantic gesture more than a real attempt at communication. But now...
God dang it, Carl! Why did you do that?
With Voyager showing signs of deviation and possible interaction, attention has turned back to that record. Some now speculate whether the information on it may have been decoded or interpreted by something Voyager passed near. After all, the diagrams include detailed maps of Earth's location relative to known pulsars. If anything, or anyone, understood it, then Voyager 1 isn't just a relic. It's a beacon, and it has been carrying our coordinates for nearly half a century. If that beacon was heard, the implications are...
This thing is literally going billions and billions of kilometers through space, just doxing us. Yup. Great.
Not just scientifically, but for the future of human security and existence.
The encounter that cannot be named.
As more layers of data are decoded and the signal continues to evolve, internal documents from NASA suggest a quiet shift in protocol. Project members have reportedly been instructed to cease speculation about non-natural causes in official communications and instead classify the event under data anomaly review. But off the record, some insiders admit they're deeply disturbed. Because what Voyager seems to be experiencing doesn't match any known astrophysical behavior. It behaves like an interaction, it mirrors like intelligence, and it adapts like something that's aware. There's growing fear, not just of what it is, but of what it means. If a machine drifting through the most isolated place in the known universe has encountered a presence, or a field, or a signal that responds to its movements, then we're facing a question we've never had to ask before. Not what is out there, but rather, has something been watching us this entire time?
I hope not. Machine's last breath, or the universe breathing back.
Voyager 1 was never supposed to last this long. It wasn't built to whisper across the stars for nearly half a century, and it certainly wasn't designed to make contact, let alone respond, to something beyond our known reality. But that's exactly what it may have done. What began as a mission to explore our outer planets has become a story of cosmic proportions, a moment where science brushes against the edges of philosophy and awe gives way to unease. This spacecraft, drifting silently more than 15 billion miles from home, may have found something, or perhaps something has found it. The signal distortions, the impossible course correction, the mirrored patterns, the echo that didn't belong to us. It all points to a single, breathtaking possibility. Voyager 1 may have made the first real contact not with intelligent life as we imagine it, but with something else. Something vast, something structured, something watching. If this is the final chapter of Voyager's journey, then it ends not in silence, but with a question loud enough to shake the foundations of everything we know. What if...
Frig. Time to start building Gundam, Zakus, and railguns. Yup. Like, I mean, but what if it's also just literally a case of where it's gotten to the point where it's just so far away that it's having a hard time sending signals back? Like, how is it actually even still in communication with Earth? What the heck? Like, this is blowing my mind. It's so far. It is so far away, and yet they're still able to communicate with this machine, with this thing out there. And how, like, do they even have a way of getting it back if they want? Or I guess maybe now it's headed back to Earth? Radio waves? Yeah, the signal had patterns. I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah, they don't have a way of getting it back. It's just gone. It's just going wherever it goes. Hello, Amy. Welcome in. It can never return to Earth. Yeah. They launched it and they were like, "You go wherever you go." You go.
If we are no longer
We'll
the
never come back.
observers, but the observed. Now it's your turn. Do you believe Voyager 1 has truly encountered something unnatural? Is this the beginning of a new era in space exploration? Or the closing act of a story we were never meant to hear? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if this story left you questioning everything, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and share this video with someone who still believes there's magic, real, terrifying, beautiful magic, out there in the stars. Because in the end, Voyager didn't just send back data, it sent back a message. And maybe, just maybe, we're not the only ones listening anymore.
Oh God. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh my God, that is so... I want to know. I want to know. I wonder if they'll ever figure out, like, if it's actually, like a binary code or something. Like, if they'll ever, like, decipher what it says or something. If it says anything at all, who knows? Hear the message, these nuts! God. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Like, with how vast space is, do you guys think that we're really alone in the vast space? Like, that Earth is literally the only planet out there with life on it? No, hell no. We're definitely not at all. Yeah, like, it's hard to imagine, but I would be hard pressed to believe that we're the only things living. Like, because space is just freaking, it's massive. There's no way. Nothing that looks like we do. You know, maybe nothing that's even as intelligent as us, perhaps. But I don't think we're the only living things. And you never know, there could be way freaking billions and billions and billions of miles away. There could be other life kind of like us. Maybe they don't look like us, but they could be, like, as intelligent. Definitely there's life forms out there. Space is theorized to be infinite. There's no way we're the only ones. Yeah, exactly. They're in the ocean. They're in the ocean way at the bottom where we can't get to. I swear recently NASA found moss growing on a distant planet so more life can exist. Yeah, what if there's sea people out there? What if there's actual mermaids? Also, in terms of life of our universe, it can be considered as young, and maybe we are the only ones right now, as in the first ones, but not the last to evolve. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or there could be, like, because there could even be another planet out there that has gone at the same pace as ours. I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, our planet could be the first. Dave, we need you for a mission. Yeah, get Dave and Dr. Bacon. We need them for a certain a mission to go all the way down and see if there's aliens. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, this stuff just really interests me because I want to see them. I want to see the other life. It really intrigues me. What does life on other planets, like, what could it look like? What could they look like? We're gonna be in an alien museum. Oh my gosh. Hello, Rose. Hello. No xenomorphs. Where's my xenomorph? Hell no. No, I don't want to see those aliens. Yes, I remember when people wanted to storm Area 51. Yup. Freaking doing the Naruto run. If the universe's history were compressed into a single year, with the Big Bang at the start of the year, humans would appear around 11:59 p.m. on December 31st. So you're saying in all that time, no other intelligent life existed, no aliens have or still exist? Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would find that hard to believe. In the infinite space, we are the only ones. We're the only ones. No, I don't think so. I want an alien like Venom. Give me the symbiote. No, we don't want those aliens, damn it. We want we want Stitch. We want a Stitch, okay? That's the type of alien we want.